Welcome back to Grassroots Racing, and we're here today at Tattersalls. We're going to try and give you a bit more information as regards to the sales going on. Today's the first day, and we're going to be watching the horses breeze, and then we'll go and inspect the horses, talk to agents, talk to trainers. There'll be a few jockeys. Just try to give you a bit more insight in what's going on when you're actually trying to buy horses. Today is the start of the Craven Breeze ups, and this is probably one of the most expensive, if you like, if not the best, definitely in Europe. And there'll be some very, very expensive. I think, we're probably looking at £1 million horses that we're going to be seeing. So all the big boys will be fighting it out, and we'll be in there trying to buy one for our own syndicate to see where we go with that. First of all, they did a pre-breeze yesterday, and then we walk around and look at the horses' physicals, conformation, obviously, pedigrees. It's a massive thing. It's to go and spend £1 million on a horse, you've got to be pretty sure that it's good. Not always the case. There's been some records of £3 and £4 million pound horses that have never made the track. So it's quite a feat to find a good one. You can see the way the horse moves, and then you can look at against its pedigree. It's being timed as well. You'll notice that everybody's got their own timing machines out there, so you get a feedback of the time it's been doing over furlongs. They're only running over 2 or 3 furlongs fast, so it suits sprinters, but it doesn't suit staying horses. Like I said, it's very difficult to get it exactly right, but you've got to start somewhere. And to see these horses that we've seen already as yearlings grow, and they'll work today, and they'll work well. They'll be being pushed hard. The quicker the time they do, basically the more money they make. And then you add the pedigree into that. There's a lot. It's not just a case of sticking a tail on the donkey, if you like. This is there's a lot of science goes into it, as well as what we're looking at, what we're trying to achieve. So we'll see where we get today. This is months and months of studying, learning pedigrees, trying to sort out all the do's and don'ts, and you've got to try and find the history behind these horses, whether they've had injuries. There's so much to find out, and that's why we're here, and that's why it's spread over 3 or 4 days and a couple of months of studying. Actually, when the books come out, we can start. I think there's about 160, 170 horses we're going to look at over the coming days, and I'm down to about 15 in my book that I like. I was up here all day yesterday looking at what they looked, their conformation, their physicals, and now this is the next step. See how they move, see how fast they are, and we can move on from that. Well, at Rogues Gallery Racing, obviously we're a non-profit making syndicate, so we can't really afford to pay anybody. So we have to do everything on the minimal. And we're very unusual in as much as we can spend today on one horse, maybe 200,000. But we don't put any profit on that. That's going to be, if that's £200,000, that's 200 shares at £1,000 each. So we can't really afford to pay people to do jobs for us. We've got about 6 or 7 volunteers that are syndicate members that really enjoy it. We do it for the love of racing. That's why we do this Grassroots channel, just for the love of racing, just to bring everybody up to speed. And from that, we've got a bloodstock agent that we do have to pay a percentage of whatever the horse costs. Henry Lascelles, who's been very good, and he's found us some lovely horses. This year things have changed a hell of a lot. When we did the last Grassroots buying at Tattersalls, we had one trainer and all our horses with one trainer. What we've achieved now is, I think we've got 11 trainers. France, Ireland, they'll all be here today. They all come to this sale because of the horses are such good quality. And it's just, basically all we're going to be paying for today is our agent. Everybody else is doing it for free. We can get advice off of our trainers for free, and since then we've grown to about 45-50 horses, including our breeding program. So it's just working out absolutely. We've stepped up 3 or 4 levels, to be fair, and we're bringing a lot of enjoyment to people. You know, we've just had a weekend of fantastic racing. We've had another winner. Everything's going to plan, and it's not costing anybody a lot of money. So that's the whole thing of Rose Gallery racing and Grassroots racing. We are right on the end of the gallops. This is where the horses are working. From if you can see in the background, you can see where they're coming up. They actually run into the dip. Just over to the left of me is obviously that's the guineas, where the guineas is held. So the ground there is not used, but this is where they practice for the guineas and all that, because it's very similar. And as much as you come and you see the undulations, they run into the dip and they have to come out of the dip and back up again. And you can actually see the horses when they come up out the dip, they're slowing down a little bit, and that's where you need a horse with stamina. It's a little bit different how it's being run today, because they're just doing a couple of furlongs, but it's great to see them working here. And you can, if you stand, lots of people stand at the end to see how they finish out for horses that they want, for middle distance or long distance horses. There's so much that you can pick up from this. It's just incredible. So it's a lovely day here today. The ground's good to firm, and we've got people everywhere watching. For me, this is as good as a day's racing. So this is free to come in, everybody's welcome, and you can actually see what's going on. But look at that down there, it's absolutely, you can see them undulations, it's incredible. Tough for the horses, not every horse can take this, but it's good, absolutely good. We've got a horse coming up there now that's working, and they get to about there and then they put the hammer down. Let's see what sort of stamina he comes out of there with. You can tell so much, how he's moving, how fit he is. This is a big horse. It looks like he's probably a middle distance horse. He's moving nicely. Be interesting. You can take the number of him, number 21, and then you can look and get the reference and then see how much he makes later on at the sale. You know, we can talk to different, everybody will see these horses differently. That's why there's so many opinions in racing. But this will be very interesting for our viewers of Grassroots. We're at the bottom and working up, so really good, really good.
We've watched 200 horses breeze this morning, and we're looking for an athletic horse that can take us to the races and hopefully take us to the big days. They've 6 months training in them now at this stage, and you get a sneak preview of what you might get to train, you know, when you watch them gallop. The only bad news is everybody else can see it too, so you might need deep pockets, but you have a chance of buying a good horse. They run a great show here. I've been very lucky here over the years, and they have a great facility, they provide a great service, and they sell a very high calibre of horse, and we're lucky to be able to come here and participate in the sale. Look, all the sales all over the world are run to a very high standard, and you know, any sale company you go to now, to be competitive, they have to perform at this sort of level, and you know, luckily there are plenty of them that are doing so, and it's a vibrant business, and long may it continue. Two nice horses. We looked at lot number 38 first, a 2 darn hot colt, very athletic horse, you know, 2 different types to be fair. He's an athletic horse, looks like a 7 furlong mile 2-year-old going into a classic type 3-year-old out of a Sea the Stars mare, but beautifully athletic horse, breathes very well presented, and you know, I think his vendors will have a good sale with him. And the other one was lot 72 by Sergei Prokofiev. He'd be more of a 2-year-old type, strong, forward colt, breathes very well, very athletic, and you'd hope if you bought him that you'd be going racing in 6 or 8 weeks' time. Luckily, we've been added to the Rogues Gallery roster in 2025. Tony sent us a couple of lovely horses, and we're looking forward to the year ahead with him. We had a recent stable visit from Tony and members of the Syndicate there in the last month, and we got on great, and we're looking forward to the association together. I should look. It's a great game. There's opportunity every day you go out. We're here today because we're following the same sort of thing. We're looking to. There's opportunities here. It's only a matter of finding them. And he's been brave. He's put his money down, and there's been great success. And I've been admiring those colours from the distance, and was thrilled to be added to the trainers for the Rogues Gallery this year. Sure, syndicates are a great way for. In racing, for people to access racing. It's shared ownership, it's shared experience, it's shared enjoyment, and it obviously makes it more affordable. So I think that syndicates are a fantastic model, and they take various shapes and various forms, but I think it's a fantastic way for people to enjoy racing with others and have a good time, and I think it's going to go from strength to strength.
This is the kind of breeze up sale that you come to look for sort of earlier 2-year-olds. We bought a lot of horses this year that are much later, so between this particular sale and probably the one in Arcana, those 2 breeze up sales are horses that are probably a bit earlier and a bit more ready to go immediately. The guys run the breeze ups in the course. I came down about a little bit later, but I had a lot of meetings here. I mean, I think this is a very good event. This is going to be a very good sale. I mean, you've obviously got the Craven meeting, so linking them together makes it even more interesting. And then you've got the Guineas meeting and the Guineas sale. So, these are fun events to attend, and we'll be looking. I don't know how much we'll play because we have bought a lot of yearlings, but we will be around. Got my eye on a couple, 2.
You're not going to
not to which 2, that, but I've got only 2.
Okay.
All right.
Listen, thank you.
Well, I hope you're enjoying it up to now. You've seen a few trainers, and you've seen the horses coming out of their boxes and being examined, and all the times are in now. So we've got all the times of how fast the horses was over the 3 furlongs. I've covered about 35 horses today. I just wanted to show you quickly, while it's empty, how nice Tattersalls is. It's just a fabulous place to come. Like I said before, everybody's welcome. Look at this is where they show the horses in the ring. Look at the grass and everything. I mean, there's so much history in this building. A lot of this stuff has come from Kensington in the 1700s or whatever it was. They've actually bought some of the stuff where the fox is in the middle there. But we'll take you in. You've seen this for tomorrow night. When we come back, the horses will be paraded around here. Everyone can see them. And then they go into the sales ring, which is there. We're going now while the sale ring's empty, and you can see how beautiful that is. And you can come here, sit in there, and just take all the excitement and the money spent. As I'm talking to people in there, they're saying, yeah, this one's going to make over $1 million. This one's going to make 600. It's just crazy money. But all the top people are here. I heard you've just had a little interview with Keir, who's like one of the biggest buyers now. It's just people like us at Grassroots that can work alongside all them top people, the top trainers. You've had Paddy Twomey here, who we've got horses in Ireland with now. I've just been talking to him. He's looking at a Kingman filly for us at the moment. It's just so exciting. It's just incredible. So you've seen this. You've seen Tattersalls. We'll go into the parade ring while it's empty, and we'll do a little bit in there. And then we're set for tomorrow night for the actual auction. Well, here we are in the sales ring. This is incredible. If you look at this, it's just out of this world. And it all adds to the history of racing. Here you've got pictures all round. Tomorrow night we'll have camera crews everywhere. Just quickly, this is the catalogue that they send us, Craven Breeze up sales. And then all the horses are numbered, all the pedigrees. You can work your way through it. And you pick what you like. I mean, there's Group 1 winners from previous years. It's just, honestly, if you're into horse racing, this is a place to come and visit. I'm just going to walk around quickly and show you exactly what we've got here. But the horses come in this door behind the camera, in here, and then they parade around. The auctioneer's up there. He stands there on the rostrum. Everything comes up in lights. You'll see all this tomorrow night. But it's absolutely immaculate. And this is where it's all done. And this will be, when a good horse comes in, all of a sudden the place fills up. And when that good horse is gone, it empties again, and there's probably 50 people in here. But, you know, like I've seen horses selling here for, I think the dearest horse I saw Marsha sell in here for about let's say 6 million. It was rammed in here, dead quiet. Rogue's Gallery actually we sold Rogue Millennium in here for 1.65 million. And you can imagine for a small syndicate like us, sitting there, it was just incredible. Little people like us getting that sort of money. So this is it. The scene's set now for tomorrow night. It's looking fantastic for us. We've got quite a few horses marked down. So please God, we can find that special horse again. We've got 2 or 3 this year. We're worth following at Rogue's Gallery Racing. We're easy to join. It's a non-profit making syndicate, and this is what you're going to be involved with.
150 and 150. Wow, 160, 160 now and 160.
98 is now withdrawn, as is 99. 100 is next.
Masculine comes in a strength and power, got a very good breeze. He's a crack of the star. Who's got the one for him? Can't give him one. 300,000 heading here. And 300,000 into 302. Clark, take it.
310 safe. Look on for you, 310 pitch. 310.
Back to the outside. Well, coming from here. And 550,000 to the real one. That kind of it. He won't make a gun in front of the regular this time around here. And 510 one more time, gentlemen here. And 550,000. Quick now. How's that going to sell here? And 550,000 all done. So this time all done. And 550,000 all done. 550. Hey, stop. Thank you very much indeed, sir.